Real Madrid and Barcelona just finished. The game just ended, and there's so much. I'm gonna jump around, bro, because my reaction to this game is nuts. There's so much I want to say, and there's so like I'm coming to this. I'm coming to this video like wanting to say so much that I know I'm gonna jump around. Where do we start? Do we start with Jude Bellingham? Do we start with Xavi? Do we start with thank you, Barca and Real Madrid, for giving us unbelievable football matches, not just today, but the Champions League? Like over the last 2 weeks, we got to see football because of these teams, right? PSG, Barca, Real Madrid, Man City. We saw football. We saw great, amazing tactical football at times, just amazing football. And I'm happy about that, man. I was watching this Barca Real Madrid game and I just kept thinking to myself, this is football, bro. The way the teams would attack back and forth, the way Real Madrid was set up on the field, defensively is incredible. The lack of defense from certain Barcelona players is unacceptable, but just bad moments in their careers. We'll talk about that. But in my opinion, this is football, bro. We got to watch just remarkable football matches over the last 2 weeks, and it was awesome. Now, to break down the game, did Real Madrid deserve to win today? Honestly, I think a draw was a fair result, in my opinion. I think that both teams were incredible today. But Real Madrid got the better of it, right? So where do we start? We need to start here. I am sick and tired, and I absolutely can't stand the football world right now because I literally was like, yo, Jude Bellingham, after he scored his goal, I put on social media, Jude Bellingham is him. Big game, big goal. And people were like, he did nothing all game. And I'm sitting here just thinking to myself, what happened? Do we not know how to watch football no more? Do we not understand what football is? Like, what are we doing here? If a player doesn't score a hat trick and get 3 assists every single game, they're ghosting. And to me, it's just like, this is stupid. This is dumb. Jude Bellingham was phenomenal today. The way he was playing the ball out to the wing, the way when he would get in the box with Conde and Araujo in front of him, the way he's able to control the ball with both of these elite defenders in front of him and be able to dribble around and find a pass, whether it's backwards or to the side. That's not easy, bro. That's not any type of player doing that. Not when a world-class Araujo and Conde are standing in front of you. You think you can control the ball and just play around with the ball in the box. That's hard to do. And people are like, oh, yeah, he did nothing. What? That is crazy. And I saw the people saying all he can do is score tap-ins. And I'm sitting there like, bro, are you not watching how he's receiving the ball in the midfield, stopping it, and being able to play out? It's remarkable. And I just don't really understand how people can't see that. But all we see nowadays is, did he score a hat trick? Did he score? Did he get an assist? It's all about stats, and we don't really see what people playing the beautiful game, right? You switch to the other side for Barcelona, and you see the young Spanish. I always mess his name up, Fermin or whatever. He's incredible. That's another incredible upcoming player that played so well today, and not because he scored a goal, but because he came into the game and was energetic and just gave so much to the game. So I think we need to start glorifying players that do these type of things, that come in, and it's not about them scoring a tap and goal or scoring this, and we more glorify what they're doing on the field at the moment, right? And then there's ways of going about criticizing a player, right? João Cancelo has been awful. It's a bad phase in his career. I'm not sure if this is the reason why João Cancelo is on loan and the reason Guardiola put him on loan, but the second goal is his fault. He doesn't close the right back coming in, Lucas Vazquez at the time. He doesn't close it properly, lets a ball from Vinny go, which is a great ball, but you can't let the ball go all the way through. In the first goal, he got absolutely cooked by was it Lucas Vazquez as well? So it's just one of those things where he's getting cooked right now a lot. I think he's in a bad phase of his career. And I saw some things come out where fans were attacking him and his unborn baby and stuff like that. And it really, really hurts to see that because the player's already lacking confidence after a pretty bad game he did in the Champions League. to knock him down even more is tough, especially if you want to keep him at Barca, because I know that that's not all Barca fans, but and my Benfica is a team that does this a lot too. We go on social media and we criticize players and stuff, and then we want them to give us good performances. That's just not how, like for me, when I think about it, like when you go into a workplace, if your boss is nice to you and if the environment's a good environment, you like to wake up and come to work every day. You want to create that type of environment. You don't want that kind of negativity. And I think for João Cancelo, he needs to be lifted up right now, not just by his teammates, but by the fans as well and stuff like that. So, anyways, enough of individual performances. Let's talk about two things. One, Ancelotti hugs Xavi at the end of the game, and you could tell that hug was something, more than just, hey, man, like, good game. It was more of him speaking to him as an experienced manager to Xavi, and I think anybody can see that Xavi is a great manager with a lot of obstacles he had to deal with this year. Unfortunately, he couldn't get Barca's defense right. But it's an unfortunate thing because Barcelona is a very good team. They play really, really good football, and people don't understand, and people are not going to understand. And I'm going to say this, and y'all can L me if you want. This is a different type of Madrid. This is a very, very good Real Madrid. Extremely good Real Madrid. A remarkable Real Madrid. I'm not glazing Real Madrid. I'm just saying, before you talk on Barca's downfall and how much Xavi's done wrong, you need to really praise what Ancelotti has done. When Real Madrid started this season, when this campaign started, I thought they looked terrible in the beginning. I was like, I don't understand why they're playing this non-striker formation. Vinny can't play inside. Jude can't play inside. This is bad. This is terrible. And now they look like one of the scariest teams in the world, if not the scariest team. What I'm saying to you is it is hard to score on this team. You look at the second goal for Furman, right? The ball gets put in, and I think was that Rafinha? No, it wasn't Rafinha. It was Torres that does like kind of a movement, and then it bounces off of the goalie and falls to Furman, and he pops it in. That's the type of goals Real Madrid are suffering because this defense is very hard to break down, and it's remarkable to think that when it's Camavinga at left back or Chouamani at center back, and no Eder Militao starting, no David Alaba, like no Courtois. It is wild to think that they are so defensively sound and such a well-organized team when Ancelotti's putting these pieces together on the fly. This is crazy. Like, I don't think that we're understanding what he's actually doing and how he deserves way more credit, because this is not a bad Barcelona team. This Barcelona team can beat a lot of teams in this world, and they should be in the semifinals of the Champions League. Let's keep his stacks on each other. They should be in the semifinals. It's a mistake from Araujo. It's a mistake from João Cancelo today. It's mistakes that is costing this team, massive mistakes that is costing this team trophies, period. Barcelona is shooting themselves in the foot consistently, beating themselves over and over and over and over and over and over. And you can't beat yourself and then play a team like Real Madrid, because Real Madrid is going to take advantage of every single mistake you make. If you lacking on defense, the goalkeeper's going to pop an over-the-top through ball from all the way in his own half, and Vinny's going to be one-on-one. And that's just what Real Madrid does to teams. If you're not on top of your game every single second of the match, Real Madrid is going to find a way to punish you. And you can say this is glazing. This is not glazing. I am telling you, I have watched all the way back to the Zidane days. I watched the Real Madrid with Benzema, Ronaldo, the way they countered. This team is a different type of Real Madrid, but it's a scary Real Madrid. And when you look at the rest of football and you look at what this Madrid team's doing, defensively sound, midfield is remarkable. The counter is shockingly good, like extremely good on the counter, and they're doing all of this without a legit number 9, and it's very, very impressive to see, dude. It's very impressive because I'm watching the game and I'm thinking to myself, wow, Barca looks like they're up on this moment. They look like they're gonna score, and then in a second, Real Madrid just flips the game, and all of a sudden, they score. And it's just wild, dude. And then another thing about this Madrid team is you score on them and they don't break. Does that make sense? Like, a lot of teams would fall apart. They don't. They get scored on, and while Barcelona's celebrating, they pan to Vinicius Jr., and he's trying to hype the fans up. And it's like this team, it's resilient. It's a very, very, their spirits are extremely high, and it's hard to knock this team down. They're a good team, dude. Barcelona, my hat's off to you guys, man. With everything you guys are going through, you guys are fielding Kubasi and Furman and Yamal and all these kids, man. All these kids, and you go to Real Madrid and you play a hell of a game. A game that, honestly, you didn't deserve to lose. You were extremely good, extremely on top of the game. A lot of decisions to be made for Barcelona here, man, because, like I said, I think Xavi's a fantastic manager, but he's dealing with one of the hardest jobs in all of football. Do you keep João Felix around? Do you keep João Cancelo around? Are these players that you try to invest to keep around? A lot of right now, I would imagine that a lot of Barca fans are going to say no. They don't want those guys around because of how the season has ended. But I just think that Barcelona is a remarkable team that's dealt with a lot, man. Frankie de Jong will come back from injury, gets injured again. It's just the way it is, man. It's a really, really, really tough season for Barcelona right now. It's a tough season for Madrid as well, dealing with a lot of injuries. But they're just a team that has really, really been able to kind of adjust to every single situation and get stronger from it, seems like. Real Madrid is stupidly strong, bro. I think they're 11 points clear now without a striker. And I know people are going to try to blame this on Barcelona not being good this year, but that's just not the truth. If this is a bad Barcelona, explain to me how they were a Rojo mistake away from going to the semifinals of a Champions League. This is not a bad team. This is a team that's made massive amount of mistakes. Again, João Cancelo twice today. João Cancelo against PSG. Rojo against PSG. Lewandowski against PSG had an opportunity to maybe put them up 2-0 if he makes the right decision. It's mistakes. It's mistakes from Barcelona that is making their season crumble, and it's Real Madrid taking advantage of teams' mistakes and being where they are because they're that phenomenal of a team. It's incredible. It was an incredible day today. It was a team that took advantage of another team's mistakes. It was incredible football. Big ups to Real Madrid. Big ups to Barcelona for giving us a great game. I love Xavi. I think Xavi's a fantastic manager. I'm sad he's leaving Barca, and I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I've been saying this. If Roger leaves Benfica, I wish Xavi would come to us. I would take Xavi in a heartbeat. I think Xavi is an incredible manager. I think for me, dude, I would take him right away at Benfica. I'm not even trolling either. But yeah, that's football, man. I think this season might be. I think the season might be done. I think Madrid might be winning this league now. 11 points is a lot. I think it's 11. That's a lot. But incredible football, man. Incredible football from both teams. I just think we have to stop with this narrative, man. If you don't get 3 assists or 3 goals every single game, that you're ghosting. Jude Bellingham was phenomenal today. Phenomenal today, yo. Like, he was remarkable on that field. Up and down the field, helping defend, helping attack, controlling the game. His ball control is magic. The kid is him, bro. The kid is him. I don't know how people are not seeing it, but incredible football match, man. I had a blast watching that. And great season, man. We'll see. We got Champions League coming up. And it's a shame, man. I wish La Liga was a little bit closer because this Barcelona team and this player doesn't deserve. I don't think they'll deserve this season to be over already. It's kind of, my Benfica, they kind of deserve. Benfica didn't play nothing this year, but their season's pretty much over already too. And it's a little bit sad to see that. But that's football, man. You gotta be better. You gotta be better. So hopefully you guys enjoyed El Clasico as much as I enjoyed it. Awesome game. Shout out to my boy Kubasi. He's unbelievable. And Yamal, what a player, bro. Anyways, y'all are awesome. Y'all are amazing. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.